So why is Jesus calling himself the Good Shepherd, the one and only who can claim to be the Good Shepherd? Three notions set Jesus out as a shepherd in a way that nobody can claim to be a shepherd. Nobody can claim that. The first one is that he is creator. He created his sheep. He brought the sheep into being, into existence. The life of the sheep is from him. He made them, and without him, the sheep have no existence. No shepherd of any kind, of any form, in any way, can claim that they created their sheep. No shepherd can claim that. You can claim that I take care of them, I own them, I bought them, they are mine, but you can never claim that you created the sheep. So in that sense, Jesus is of a different kind of a shepherd. Why? Because he's the only shepherd who, first of all, creates the sheep. He's the creator of the sheep. That sets him apart. I do not create sheep. You do not create sheep. Nobody else creates sheep. The only one who can say, I created my sheep, is the Good Shepherd. So that makes him very different. That's the first one. Second, he is the possessor of the sheep. That means he owns the sheep. He owns the sheep. Now, a lot of people can say, yeah, I also own my sheep. How do you own them? I bought them in the market, or they were born in my home or in my stall, and so I own them. And in a sense, we can say that you are also possessor of your sheep, but you cannot claim to be creator of the sheep. You can claim only possessor. Jesus is the possessor of the sheep. Now, think of it. He's the creator of the sheep. He's the possessor of the sheep. That's a lot of power. When somebody says, I created you and I own you, that's a lot of power. I don't know about you. You know, even parents can say simple things like, I gave birth to you. They can say, I created you, I gave birth to you, and I paid your school fees. Whether free SHS or what, I paid your school fees. You know, it's enormous power. And what I tell you is what you do. If I say you don't go out at 8 o'clock, you don't go out at 8 o'clock. Why? Because I gave birth to you and I paid your fees. Parents are always ready to remind us. My parents did to me, and I do it to my children. And they will do it to their children too. I paid your fees. It's a very powerful statement. I am your creator and possessor. Now, parents cannot claim creator. They can say possessor in a sense, but Jesus is creator and possessor. That's enough power. Now, what would you do if you were the creator of something and the possessor of it, and you have so much power over it? Most of the time you would say, what I tell you to do is what you do. Wherever I send you, that's where you go. And you'll be right, because you're the creator and the possessor. But Jesus, as creator and possessor of the sheep, does something that is unthinkable. He redeems the sheep. He dies in the place of his sheep. The passage says he lays down his life for the sheep. He dies for the sheep. Now, what kind of logic is that? You own it, you made it, why should you die for it? If anything, if you created it, you own it, it should die for you. Isn't that why shepherds keep sheep? So they can kill the sheep eventually. They will not let the wolf kill it, but they will kill it themselves and eat it. Because that's the end of a sheep. The sheep is owned by the shepherd, and the sheep has only two destinies: to be sold or to be killed. Eventually, it will be in the soup or to be in the market. But this shepherd says, I don't put my sheep into the soup, and I don't sell my sheep, but I lay down my life for the sheep. I don't know of any shepherd who would die for the sheep. Now, when Jesus says, I lay down my life for the sheep, he's not saying I risk my life for the sheep. Now, you can risk your life without dying. And every shepherd will risk his life. He would go to an extent to risk his life. When the wolves come, to risk his life. But Jesus didn't just risk his life. When a shepherd risks his life and he dies in the process of risking his life, it is an accident. That's how it is called, because it was not intentional that he would die. Jesus did not just risk his life. He didn't die by accident. He died by intention and by purpose for the thing he owns and created. Can you get that? So that's why he says, I am the good shepherd. So you can compare Jesus with every kind of leader. You can compare him with a pastor who is closest to a shepherd. I am a pastor, and there are many pastors. First, I don't create sheep. That's the people, the congregation, we call them flock. I don't create them. Second, I don't possess them. And third, as much as I like you and love you, I will not lay down my life for you. Get it straight in your head. I may take a risk for you, but I will not. Just get it. Lay down my life for you. Why? Because I'm only a shepherd, not the good shepherd. Because the good shepherd is the one who creates, possesses, and redeems. And there is only one who qualifies for that bill, and his name is Jesus Christ, the creator, the possessor, and the redeemer of the sheep.